this is Erin Go Live. I'm gonna do a weekend vlog, but I'm gonna start it off with my own version of cozy reading night. So for some reason, I thought that Lauren from Lauren and the Books was doing cozy reading night this weekend, and so it put it in my head. Just went and looked at her channel. It doesn't appear to actually be happening, but hey, I'm down for it. So what I did, I just went to the grocery store. I needed some groceries, but it's getting hot here. It's like 90 degrees right now, and just, you know, I don't have the AC on in my house right now. I don't feel like eating anything heavy for dinner tonight. So I thought it would be a perfect night for just kind of like a snacky bits, fresh, cold food, and some reading. So I got myself some, what did I get? I got myself some shrimp cocktail, just like a big half ring of shrimp cocktail. So I'll have some of that. I got some veggies, some cucumbers, some bell peppers. And then I got a, Nix. It's basically like the diet ice cream where you get to eat the whole pint for under 400 calories. So that is the plan that is the food plan. No alcohol for tonight. I'll just be drinking good old water. But book-wise, I just barely started Romantic Comedy by Curtis Sittenfeld. I've never read anything by her, but she's my sister's favorite author. I just finished up East of Eden, and I'm in the middle. I say the middle. Still very towards the beginning of Lonesome Dove. I'm just okay with that's just gonna take me for a long time. It's okay. It was very hard to read two very long books at one time. Just wasn't working for me. I was either reading one or I was reading the other. So East of Eden is done. I need something a little bit just lighter, easier, faster to get into before I kind of delve back into Lonesome Dove. What's our main character's name? Sally. Sally is a sketch writer for a Saturday Night Live-like show, and she has the idea of, she keeps seeing this pattern happening where these kind of basically like dorky, dumpy comedy writers keep getting landing these like super hot, famous, rich actresses, and it never seems to happen the other way, where it's the male actor going after the Tina Fey type of comedy writer, female comedy writer. And then I'm actually not sure. I think maybe she's gonna end up. Ouch. I think maybe she's gonna end up writing a screenplay. I actually don't know. I didn't even read the synopsis of that, but that's the setup for the book, at least, is that she has this idea going. And then I need a new audiobook. I finished Viktor Frankl's Man's Search for Meaning this morning, and I am about to go for a walk, and I'm gonna start In the Lives of Puppets by TJ Klune. This is from the author of The House on the Cerulean Sea. This involves, I love this cover so much. I love green, and we've got these like tree houses and this forest, and we have 3 robots and a man, and they're all just kind of like living in harmony together. And then like this other robot comes and kind of causes somewhat of a stir, and it sounds like they had this quaint little life going on, and then something happens that they are no longer like safe and comfortable where they are, and plot and all that happens. So I'm going to start this on audiobook on a walk. Come on with me before we settle in for the night. Sunday morning now, just after 9 a.m. I spent a couple hours snuggled up on the couch with Romantic Comedy. I think I'm like, I don't know, I didn't really look. I want to say guess between 120 and 150 pages in. So enjoying that so far. There's, so it turns out the romance part of it has to do with, so she comes up with this, this sketch about this like rule. I can't remember, the Danny Mosh rule or something like that, whatever this other writer's name is. So this other writer is engaged to like a famous actress. And so she wants to call out this like phenomenon that keeps happening, and of like the schlubby writer, hooking up or even like getting married to like a super famous actress, and kind of the guy getting a girl out of her league, and it never seems to happen the other way, where the girl gets the guy out of her league. And so now with the week's host and musical guest, maybe that's actually happening to her. And so she is having to deal with doing her job, but then also being kind of Twitter pated maybe with this musical guest and host. So I am showered, hair done, dressed, just don't have my makeup done, and I'm gonna go for a nice 45 minutes to an hour walk or so to start off the day. Just my quads are super sore from workout I did yesterday because of my hamstring injury, which I have to go like to the orthopedic surgeon and probably get cortisone injections for. I can't do very much for my lower body other than like really specific sad little boring glute exercises and the quad extension, the leg extension machine to work the quads. And so I literally spent like 15 minutes on the leg extension machine yesterday and torched my quads. So they need a little flushing out with a nice walk. Best way to get rid of soreness is drink water, eat protein, and go for a walk. So that is what I'm doing. Not to mention, I just need the steps, and it is a beautiful morning out this morning. The sky is beautiful, clouds, sunny. It's only like 60 degrees right now, but like a warm 60. So I'm gonna be listening to, I can't remember the name of it, the TJ Klune book that I started yesterday while enjoying a nice walk. Then I'm gonna go to church, and I actually have a hypnotherapy session this afternoon at 2. So I had shared this, I believe, in another vlog before. The first time I did it on Memorial Day, and it's a client of mine at the gym, and she has like a regular job with the state, like a 9 to 5, but her, on the side, she's a hypnotherapist. And hypnotherapy is basically just a deep form of guided meditation. And I was very much skeptical going into it, but she kind of offered it to me. She specializes in people who have substance abuse issues, and she had lost her son 7 years ago. And her, on the anniversary of her son's death, her like mentor offered her a free session to just kind of help get through that day. And that was just the week before Memorial Day. And so when Memorial Day came about, or was coming up, she offered me the same thing and was like, if you're open to it, no pressure, but I would like to gift you a session on Memorial Day if you're not doing anything, to kind of help you get through the day, help you process or whatever. And so I was like, yeah, let's do it. And I recently had kind of a aha moment a couple days ago that is something I kind of need to process. And so I think, yeah, a session will be good. It certainly can't hurt. So I'm going to be doing that with her this afternoon. Other than that, just a little cleaning up around the house, probably a little food prep kind of stuff. I'm going to stop yapping and start listening to my audiobook. Just in case I don't have a chance to get this view again, here is Donner Lake at a viewpoint here. I'm like 10 miles away from where I'm going to be staying. Oh yeah, I'm staying in Truckee again. If you have a chance to stay in a $2 million cabin in this beautiful country, why not? I am back in Truckee in the Tahoe National Forest behind me here. I got a text this morning on my way to church. My friend who I was up here with last week to help her out asked me, hey, the cabin's vacant if you want to go up there and spend however much time you want this week. She was supposed to be up here, but her ankle was broken, and then her husband sprained his knee playing hockey. They still have the dog that lives here, but the house is just sitting here vacant. So I mean, why not come up here and use it? I did have to move a couple things around for like in-person training. So it's Sunday evening, so I'm going to be here tonight, obviously, all day tomorrow, and then I need to go home kind of mid to late morning on Tuesday, and then the rest of the week will be a regular week. So I think I'm going to figure out something to have for dinner. I'm gonna research and figure out a really good place to go to dinner. If I'm just going to eat whatever I have here first, I brought a couple things with me, or if I'm going to go out to dinner, I have romantic comedy with me, and then I also have a big old TV with like surround sound, and so who knows what I might end up watching. In the meantime, I just love being here surrounded by these giant pine trees, and the sun is super bright right now. It's right there in front of me, but yeah, not a bad life. Like, put me in the forest and I am happy. Good morning. Check out that view. Not bad to wake up to. Totally amazing sleep last night. This bed is a purple mattress, and literally every time I roll over, I'm just like, it's so good. So I stayed up kind of late last night. I ended up going to a wood-fired pizza place and bar for dinner. Had really good, like the crust was so good because of the wood fire. Pork belly with shishito peppers and honey, I think was the pizza. I'm much more of like a pepperoni or combination pizza kind of girl. I do like a Hawaiian pizza. Controversial. Are you pro or anti pineapple on pizza? So when I got home from dinner, I ended up watching book club on wherever it was streaming. It was all right. It was cute. Also put up a new video, edited and put up a new video, and stayed up kind of late. Stayed up, I think probably like midnight, which is really late for me. So it is like almost 8 o'clock, which is unheard of for me to sleep that late, but such a good night's sleep. So I've got my 8 hours for sure. Like, I don't even want to get up right now because this mattress is so comfortable. Maybe I'll like read in bed for a little bit. Maybe that's the thing. Anyhow, plan for today. It is still a work day. I'm working from 11 or 12 is my first call, and then I'll be done with calls at 3 today. So kind of annoyingly right in the middle of the day. I mean, it is a work day. It's Monday. But as far as like what I'm going to be able to do with my time up here. But I mean, I'll be working out on that deck probably, so that's not bad at all. But I do want to get a hike in this morning. So I'm right by Donner Lake. Curious about this actually. As I was driving up here, I was thinking about this. Does everybody know about the Donner Party? Is that like American history? Like, do you learn about that in other states, or is that just a California thing? Like, if you know, let me know. Do you know about the Donner Party? Because it's Donner Lake, Donner Pass is right where I'm off of Donner Pass Road right now. So big California history, sad, tragic history, of course, but that's where I'm at. Right by Lake Tahoe. So I'll do some sort of hike near, not around the lake, but by the lake. I have no idea how big the lake is. Definitely won't be going around the lake. So I definitely need to start the day with some coffee. So yeah, coffee, hike, work. Probably go for a second hike actually. There's a hike, there's like a trail that's just kind of like down the street in the neighborhood that I want to check out. So I'll probably save that for the afternoon, as well as some like reading on the back porch. Sounds like quite the day. How beautiful is this? Donner Lake, we've got snow on the mountain still. It's a quiet and peaceful morning. So I'm working from bed now. I was working out on the patio, but it unexpectedly started raining. I heard what sounded like thunder, and I was like, oh no, that can't be thunder. That must be someone's moving their garbage cans or something like that. And then I started getting water droplets, so had to move inside. So I finished up, I had 3 calls, had to, finish up the coaching call and then let each person know that I'm leaving the company and this is actually our last call. So now I have to finish writing up my synopses for these clients, for the receiving coach to have this information. But it's just so cozy in this bed that I've got some coffee down here and I'm hanging out in the bed. I got my last client in about an hour, so should be just enough time to get this work done, and then I'll be done working by 3. You're getting older when you're like 4:45, time to start thinking about dinner. Welcome to my afternoon lair. I don't know if I'm not sure if I turned the camera on before the thunder started just now, but it's still raining off and on. I've just been enjoying the afternoon in the bed, finish up with work from the bed, and then I did some book club prep on Man Search for Meaning, and I have been reading romantic comedy, and then I've just been emailing with my coach and new boss. So we'll be talking about kind of next steps in a few days on a Zoom call, and in the meantime, I read, I don't know, maybe 30 pages or so in romantic comedy just now. So I'm thinking about what my dinner is going to be. I'm not ready for dinner yet, but I'm at least thinking about what I'm going to have for dinner. And once I have that figured out, I think my mind will be settled, and then I can get back to reading some more. Oh, it's really raining right now. Can you see the rain? Thunder's going right now. Okay, it is not just raining, it is full-on hailing. All that white down there is hail. There's some on the deck. I was thinking, gosh, that's some loud rain. Because it's hail. What the hail? I hope this doesn't spoil my dinner plans. Hopefully, this is short-lived. Satisfying. Woo! I just had a delicious dinner at Casa Baeza and a margarita. Super good. I ate at the bar. Little tight. Not a lot of elbow room, but it's okay. The guys on either side of me kept me warm reading romantic comedy. The whole middle section of the book that I'm in right now is told in emails back and forth during the shutdown of the pandemic, which is kind of an interesting way of experiencing a relationship, and then also kind of hearkening back to what life would have been like in 2020 if you were kind of corresponding with someone. So this the correspondence is between our main character Sally and Noah, who was the guest on that episode of the TNO show, and they've kind of re-engaged contact 2 years later during the shutdown in 2020. And isn't this just a gorgeous little downtown area? Unfortunately, there's a bookshop right here that is closed. It closed at 5, and I got here right at 6. So unfortunately, I was not able to go inside and check that out. Let me look at the hours. Maybe I can check it out before I leave tomorrow, but probably not. No, they don't open until 10. No, I probably won't be able to make it before I have to leave 10 tomorrow. That's just obnoxious. No, thank you. So I'm at these people's house who I don't know, right? This is my friend's sister's house. And I'm using their, Netflix, Prime, whatever accounts to watch stuff on TV right now and last night. And I'm just thinking, wouldn't it interesting, if they could see specifically, what I watch is quite diverse. So last night I watched Book Club, and then a documentary called Vanners, which is literally an hour-long documentary on people on van life, but it was not what I expected it to be. I was thinking van life to be campers, sprinter vans, like people with more balls than me to just like go out on the road living in their van in nature. And it was actually like people since like the 70s on who literally just have like basically like hot rods or like Harleys, but it's vans. So it was like totally not what I thought I was going to be, but it was actually quite interesting. So book club, vanners, and then I just watched Matt Rife comedy show, which is like quite diverse interests. And so I'm just thinking like, wow, if they could like see like the playlist, can they see the playlist like that I've watched? Or eventually, like, you know how like on your streaming services or whatever, it'll show like what you've watched before, or like because you watched this you might like this. So I don't know, I'm hoping I'm providing some interesting data for them. This book is so cute. So they just ended this whole like quite long section of these pandemic emails back and forth, like the entire narrative. Yeah, the entire chapter 2, so like 128, so like 80 pages basically was just spent in these back and forth emails during the pandemic, during the shutdown of the pandemic, and it was super cute. I absolutely loved it, and I'm just happy to be reading this book. I am kicking myself here, guys. So Mom's in her appointment. I'm in the parking lot in my beach chair in my book, which I usually do for the last half hour or so. She loves iced tea from McDonald's, and so I always get myself Diet Coke, actually a Diet Dr. Pepper, so score Diet Dr. Pepper and iced tea for her. So I have to leave enough time to make sure that I can get it and get over here in time, because once she's ready to go, we have to book out of here. So I have to drop her off and then get to the gym for work. But anyhow, I'm over at Pete's Coffee working. I was actually working on the discussion questions for book club tonight for Man's Search for Meaning. And as I'm looking at the battery getting lower and lower on my computer, I realized I left my charger on the island outlet up, an hour and a half up the hill. So I'm thinking the best case, like the best logistics for going to get it is going to be to go directly from book club tonight, just straight back up there, stay the night, and then come back in the morning, because I have stuff going on tomorrow, stuff which is going to require my computer. So that means no kids again tomorrow. So I need to text my brother-in-law and let him know about that. But so frustrating. Definitely not in the plan. So guess we're spending another night up in the cabin.